So, Richard, you have sort of conquered the air, you have conquered so many things, and now you are working to conquer sort of the deepest depths of the ocean in honestly what looks like a plane to me behind us, but this is a deep, deep water submarine. What is this all about?
Well, what it's all about is that our oceans haven't been explored. The furthest American submarines or British submarines or French submarines have been under the sea is about 18,000 feet. And because the pressure is so enormous below that, they've never built a submarine to go deeper. We've built this submarine with the aim of going 36,000 foot under the water and to explore mountains and valleys and trenches that mankind has never visited and never seen before.
What's the goal of this? I mean, is this going to turn into a commercial endeavor, sort of like galactic, like your airline? Will you be touring people in depths below the surface of the ocean, or is this purely scientific, purely sort of explorational?
Well, our dream is that if this is successful, if we can withstand 1,500 times the pressure that an aeroplane has to withstand at 36,000 feet, then we one day will build a bigger craft, and we'll have astronauts, not astronauts, we'll have aquanauts, traveling with us to the bottom of the oceans to help map out the oceans. And there's something like 90% of this species in the world have not been discovered, and because they've never had a craft that could go below 18,000 feet. So we hope to be able to discover literally numerous species down there. We'll find numerous wrecks. I mean, there are literally thousands of wrecks down there that nobody's ever seen. Lots of Spanish galleons with lots of gold, but the scientists are frothing at the mouth with excitement with the idea that we might overcome the technological problem of getting a submarine down there.
You're taking this sub to the 5 deepest points in the ocean over the next 2 years, all around the world. Where did this idea come from?
Well, the original idea, interestingly, came from Steve Fawcett before he died. He just wanted to break the record for being the first person to get a solo dive to the deepest part of the ocean. We've taken his idea, developed the submarine, hopefully overcome all the technical problems that we needed to, and expanded the idea. And working with scientists, we literally want to, explore the Puerto Rican Trench, which is the deepest place in the Atlantic, the Mariana Trench, the deepest place in the Pacific, and the deepest place in the Arctic, the Antarctic, and the Indian Ocean. And some of the life forms that we're going to find down there are going to be breathtaking, and we just have to hope that no giant squid fancies us for dinner.
You have been called a serial entrepreneur. This is a venture that, like so many things you do, no one has done before. You have the potential to break 30 Guinness World Records with this. And what I find fascinating, Richard, is unlike a lot of other things that you do, other missions, hot air balloon trips across the Atlantic or Pacific, you're doing this alone. There's only room for one in there.
Yes, I mean, Chris Welsh is going to do one of the dives. I'm going to do another one of the dives, and then we'll have 3 other people doing three of the other dives. And yeah, it'll be quite lonely. I mean, and obviously there are things that can go wrong. So we're going to be, going down, relatively slowly. If the submarine is made of carbon fibre, we'll be listening out for pinging sounds, which will indicate that the pressure from the water is just too great, and we'll have to come back up. And then when we get to the bottom of the oceans, remember we're going to be going down deeper than Everest is high, so just to put it in perspective. We're going to have to watch out for, to running into ships or fish nets which get us, caught at the bottom of the ocean. So, we're developing sonar to try to make sure that we don't, that doesn't happen to us, and that we can have a safe dive.